Hi, and welcome to Turn-Based Besties, a podcast where two grown adults with no free time talk about their favorite RPGs. I'm Sam.
And I'm DJ, and we're besties that love to game. See what we did there? We switched it up.
We switched it up because this is a switch up episode. This is a brand new thing where we just kind of pop in and talk about some news stuff.
This is a switch up episode. It's a Nintendo Direct discussion episode. We are just a day later than every other content creator talking about. But you know what? Whatever. Cut us some slack.
And in the future, we will be maybe more timely. We'll see.
Maybe we'll see. We're pretty busy, but we'll see.
Don't want to completely commit to that right now. That is just how much I know we can commit to at the moment. But that's okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, totally good. But it'll be normal in a lot of ways. Just like we'll start by chatting about the kiddos as per normal, if that's all right with y'all.
The kids, and if it's not, just I don't know, skip ahead like 3 or 4 minutes, but then you'll miss like Daddy Can You Tell Me episodes. So
that would be so sad. How many people do you think skip ahead? They're like, forget this junk.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think. I hope nobody. It's really cute. We should start making merch off of your kids.
Can no, we can't. So the funny things that they've done recently, there's so many. But just yesterday, actually. In was talking about possible Halloween ideas. Now, I swear, Halloween costume ideas have been in the discussion for the entire year. After last Halloween, next year's Halloween costume was already part of the discussion.
Yeah, that's normal.
And yeah, totally. So Taylor, my wife, was wearing some PJs that had animal print on them. They were not anything like that, but they were just regular. It was the print. Don't get any ideas here. But she's gonna hate that I insinuated this. Anyway, and Jay points out that she looks like a cheetah, and then N has to say, "Oh, mommy, you know what a cheetah's prey is," and she's like, "Antelopes," and you know what an antelope's prey is grass. So I want to be grass for Halloween.
She kind of skipped us. I thought she would say antelope, but
nope. Jump to the grass.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Gonna be grass. I don't think that one's gonna last, but I do think that would be kind of a cool. My idea to go along with that is Tay could be the cheetah or Jay, because Jay also mentioned he might want to be a cheetah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one would be the antelope. N would be the grass.
Yeah.
And then I could be the sun. The grass eats the sun.
That's so cute, man.
But I don't think that's gonna happen. But we have that option. And then anyway, so yeah. Not to be outdone, Jay has had a few bangers as far as the funny things go in the last few weeks. So Jay, he's still got this raspy, high-pitched voice that he kind of talks in a sing-songy way, and it's so cute and so funny. But it's been very hot here, upper 90s, 100 degrees, and we've been doing some outdoor stuff to, tire him out and whatever else. But when that happened, last time we had them outside and we were driving home and I had the air conditioning blasting, but I wanted them to be hydrated. So I said, Jay, take a few drinks of your ice cold water bottle there. And he goes, Daddy, you mean big sips? I said, yeah, exactly what I mean. Yeah, I'm glad you clarified. If I just said take some drinks, I mean, that doesn't make as much sense as big sips.
Big sips.
So he took some big sips. And he was doing better.
Oh, God, that's 100 degrees. I left the Midwest just in time.
Yeah. It's been a hot one, but it tires them out, actually. So the heat just zaps their energy, and then they sleep better. So
it's the same with our dog, Thor. The sun saps his energy. So yet again, having kids is just like having a dog. Obviously.
Just exactly the same, and just another example of why global warming is awesome.
Ooh,
put us on the record.
Cool. Yeah, it's really cool.
Kidding.
Lols. Well,
but what do you do? Yeah, doggies and what else?
Walking doggies. Yeah, speaking of being back in the Midwest, I mean, I'm not anymore. I'm back in Seattle, but I was just in the Midwest for an opera. I was singing one of the leads in The Elixir of Love by Donizetti, and I just got back on Monday afternoon, actually, and we're recording this on Wednesday, so um, I'm still a little tired, but that's life, man.
That's great. How do you think you did? How do you think it went?
I think it went really well. Yeah, it was with Landlocked Opera Company and a collaboration with the Missouri Symphony. So it was two fantastic organizations who get to collaborate, which makes life better for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
So it was really awesome. One of my favorite operas. I've gotten to do it a couple times. It was nice to get to do it back in our old stomping grounds, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it was good. And then, you and I were planning on doing an episode tomorrow. We still are going to do that. And then we were texting yesterday with, holy crap, the Nintendo Direct stuff just happened. Should we talk about this? So we are being true content creators,
Yeah.
influencers, if you
That.
will.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's us. Yep.
Total Instagram influencers. And we're going to talk briefly, just a little bit about Nintendo Direct and the RPGs that were released on their YouTube platform yesterday. This will not be as long of an episode as normal, so yeah, get ready for some quick facts, and then we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, this is all about the August 27, 2024 Nintendo Direct, and we are focusing on the RPGs that kind of fit our genre here. So I went mostly in the order of presentation. And so the first one that came up would be the one from the Atelier series, Atelier Yumiya, The Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land, because they needed a title that was that long.
God.
So this one will come out in early 2025 to basically all the systems: Switch, PS4, 5, Steam, Xbox. Published by Koei Tecmo, developer of Gust. So this would be, another one in the Atelier series. Probably there's 25 other titles in that, and they've been going on since '97, and
Ooh.
we have played none of them, sadly, but they do look pretty cool. And the main mechanic is that alchemy mechanic. So you collect things and then you craft and synthesize a bunch of armor, weapons, items, and then it's generally turn-based, it sounds. So, I love collecting things and crafting and making things. So
Yeah.
I definitely could see myself hopping into this one and giving it a shot.
Fun. It looks cutesy.
Yeah, it's pretty cutesy art
Very
style.
cutesy, very demure to pop on TikTok trends right now. But so I may not hop on the trend, but you might convince me to
Well, we'll
play it.
see. Yeah, I'm not saying it's really high up there, but I do know that it's, there's some appeal there, but it's also time limiting.
Yeah,
We shall see.
25 games though. I mean, that says something at least about a
Oh yeah,
series. Ah,
there's a lot of them.
I know. Our next one we're going to talk about really briefly is Suikoden 1 and 2, the HD remaster, Gate Rune and Dunin Unification Wars. We spoke about this back in February as a hyped game for 2024. It was delayed a little bit in 2024, and then we didn't know when it was going to be released. Finally, it's going to be released, I think, about a year later than originally intended. That's usually a good sign that the company's taking care of the game and trying to probably give us the best quality of life updates. So I'm not mad about it. It'll
They
be
care.
released.
They're not just
right?
trying to push it out.
Exactly. I care about that. So it'll be released March 6th, 2025 on PS4 and 5, Switch, Steam, and the Xbox systems, developed by Konami. And it's an HD remaster. There are 11 games in the series, which started in 1995. Turn-based combat, overworld, tactical war combat, over 100 recruitable allies. I hear the first game is only about 20 hours also, so
Oh, wow.
doesn't seem to be one of those games that's going to take you 100 hours to play, which is awesome. And there's apparently an HD sound upgrade, so I was hyped about this one. I'm still excited to jump in and at least play the first one. I love the idea when you can have 5 or 6 people in a turn-based combat. I don't know why. It's a stupid niche thing that I like, but I love 5 to 6 party members.
I like that too, and just kind of like 100 Heroes, that the newer one, kind of that's similar, that came out this year. That
Hmm.
the huge number of people that you recruit is basically, to me, just like a bunch of different jobs or classes or people that you can mix and match into that 5 or 6 to make a very customizable group.
Oh
And so
yeah.
that customizing the exact group and then how their attacks work together is pretty enticing.
Yeah, and this will be my first Suikoden game. I think yours too, if you choose to play it.
Yeah, yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Our next game we're going to talk about is Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. It'll be released, oh my gosh, November 14th of this year. So that's pretty soon. Well, I'm going to
Coming
get
up.
that for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
On PS4, PS5, Switch, Steam, and the Xbox systems, developed by our boys at Square. Similar background as Octopath or Star Ocean's second story are in terms of the graphics. Higher pixel count, I believe, is what you said. This will
The sprites seem to
be,
be, to me, when I was looking at it, like visually it looks about the same in the backgrounds, but then the sprites seem to be a higher pixel density or pixel count
yeah,
than what you see in Star Ocean Remake and Octopath.
yeah. I mean, you'd hope it's released a year later than those games, or you'd hope it would be even better looking. This will be. I definitely want to play this game. It'll be only my second Dragon Quest that I've ever played. I've played Dragon Quest 11, and I loved it. It was great. I played it on the Switch and the PS4 at the time. So
Yeah, I've
I'm
got to jump
excited.
in. I've got to jump into Dragon Quest. 11 is the one that everybody says is so great, and I would be excited to play it, but I think it's a big commitment, and so maybe this is the better jumping off point. I have to think that 3 is shorter, and so maybe that's the first place to dip my toe in and see what I think, and then based on that, kind of decide if I'd want to jump into the other kind of remakes, and then also the 11. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I think so. I hope one day they remake or at least remaster Dragon Quest 8. That's the one that lots of folks always talk about as being like the pinnacle of the series. But I've never played it, so I don't know if that's true.
I bet they will with this kind of trend starting from or maybe they're going to go all the way through them. I don't know,
I
but
don't know.
I'd say there's a good chance. Well, a little bit off the beaten path here, a little bit different than most of the other ones that we talk about. I wanted to make sure to do a little shout out for Civ 7, Civilization 7, Sid Meier. I have that, I don't play a lot of games, but starting with 5, I played a lot of Civ 5, a heck of a lot, back in my school days or post, post high school days. And then I played a little bit of that space DLC version or space like kind of offshoot version of Civ 5.
Yeah.
That was fun. And then I played a little bit of Civ 6. And so I see myself at some point playing some Civ 7. It is turn based, so that somewhat fits. I do not think there's any way to call it an RPG, but I don't
But
know.
it
It's
it
turn
fits.
based.
It's turn based. It's a
Turn
turn
based.
based strategy game.
Yeah.
That's official, so we can count it. We are gonna have a big tent here, turn based besties, so it can join the fun.
There you go. There you go. But it'll come out February 11th, 2025 to a lot of systems there. PS4, 5, Xbox series or Xbox systems, Nintendo Switch, PC via Steam, all of those. So yeah, and it was developed by 2K and published by Fraxis Games. And then so I am, like I said, yeah, pretty hyped about it. And for anybody that doesn't know, it's turn-based. It's there's a hex grid system generally for the map, and you cultivate the land and build up your army and build up your culture and build up your money, and there's so many different resources that you're managing, and it's kind of a lot of fun. You try to win in several different ways. You can beat up on your enemies, you can beat them uh, by being the smartest through tech and science. There's so many different things to do, so it's a fun one out there, and I'm excited for it.
Cool. My husband Max will also be excited for it too. You two like these kind of games, so
Oh, that's the one thing I did see. It is cross-platform online, so high chance
oh
that Max and I could play a game.
oh cool. Well, I'll have to let him know. He'll be super hyped for it then.
Oh yeah, let him know.
Our next game that we're going to talk about is Tales of Grace's F Remastered of the Tales series, released January 17th, 2025, also on the PS4, PS5, Switch, Steam, Xbox system. Developer and publisher by Bandai Namco. About it, it's there will be quality of life updates with autosave. You can turn off encounters, which I think is always nice to do. There are improved graphics. It's an action RPG, which totally counts for turn-based besties since we love the Star Ocean series around here. There's something called a style shift linear motion battle system where you can chain together skills. This is, I think you wrote this. This is for the 30th anniversary of the Tales
Yeah,
series,
apparently it's the 30th anniversary. Yeah.
which is awesome that a series can last that long. This is the 12th title, originally released for the Wii, but only in Japan, and then it came to the US on the PS3. Now, I've got to say about the Tales series, I have tried to get into the Tales series, and have not always been able to get into it. I got really far in the Tales game that came out on PS4 back in, I think, 2016. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. Tales of, not Symphonia. I didn't make it very far in that one. Not Tales of Zillia. I didn't make it very far in that one. Tales of Zestiria. I got probably 30 hours into that game, and the only reason why I stopped playing is because I started planning a wedding.
Oh, just
And
for that?
just for that, and was like planning to move across the country and was doing like auditions for, doctoral school and everything. I think it was an election year. I don't know. I had a lot of good excuses for
30
that
hours
one.
is pretty good though. Sometimes that's as far as you get in a game.
That's as far as you get, and I didn't dislike it. Apparently, lots of folks really disliked Tales of Zestiria. I didn't dislike it, so I'm excited to give Tales of Grace's F a shot. Everyone on like GameFAQs and Reddit seem to call this like a hidden gem of the series. So there's clearly something they see that I have not yet experienced. So I'm gonna give it a shot in January.
Great.
I
Very
don't know.
good.
Will you? Have you played it? You've not played any of the Tales games yet?
No, I'm not. And
Not
this,
yet.
I know. I just keep saying this is what the other thing this direct has reminded me of is how few of these classic series I have played, and I need to. So,
Well, it's never too late. Do you think does the Tales series appeal to you with its action RPG
oh, for sure. Yeah,
mentality?
yeah, yeah. I think we talked the other day. I mean, Arise is the newest one, right? Other than this, Tales of Arise.
I think so.
and
Yeah.
and that's on Game Pass, and I think I've got it downloaded. And I was excited to play it at some point. I only heard great things.
Yeah. Same.
So
I heard great things about it too, and it looks like it's a little more mature than some of the other Tales games.
I think so. I think so. Yeah,
So
yeah.
we might
I
dive into that.
I definitely would. I'd be excited to do that. Next up would be the next Rune Factory game, Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. So that one will release in spring of 2025 on Switch and Steam only for this one. Developed, published by Marvelous. And so this one has more of that farming sim aspect of it, but apparently you can also build out your village too. So not just your farm, but also you're rebuilding a village. And then otherwise it's an action RPG. So a little bit of a mishmash there in the Rune Factory series. Yeah, so if you're a big Rune Factory fan, there's been a few games from them recently. I can't say that we have delved into this series either, but maybe it'll catch our fancy. We'll see.
Yeah, or maybe someone who listens to us will appreciate that we're at least gonna give it a shout out here.
We need to. It fits our genre and games we like, and it's just if there was infinite hours out there, I'm sure I'd play it, and I'm sure I'd have a great time,
I
and maybe
know.
I still will. We'll see.
Maybe.
Next one would be Yakuza Kiwami. So this apparently was so the release date for this one is October 24th of 24. I think this is just a port of a prior remake of this game, which was a remake on the PS4. So this is the first game of the Yakuza series, is my understanding, and then they remade it to the PS4 in 2016, and then now this is a port of that to the Switch. I
Oh,
believe
cool.
that's how that goes. So the developer is Ryuga Gotoku Studio and published by Sega. But yeah, so another Yakuza game. There's been several of those that have been huge hits of the recent ones, and so
Hmm.
kind of that'd be Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth have both been really well received and are
Hmm.
up there on games I want to play at some point for sure. So being able to do the play the first one is a great option.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I played Like a Dragon. It was
Yeah.
pretty fun. Pretty fun. I am excited for you to play Dragon Quest first before you play Yakuza.
Is there a lot of
Yep.
referencing?
Like direct referencing to the point that I'm like, are you all the same company? Like, how are you not getting sued right now?
Yeah,
Um,
that was my understanding is that Yakuza is very fourth wall breaking, funny kind of game as well or series.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So the we're almost at the end here of the RPGs that we're going to talk about from the
We
Nintendo
are.
Direct. The DLC that is absolutely worth talking about: Sea of Stars: The Rose of the Watchmaker, to be released the spring of 2025 on all the systems by Sabotage Studios. There's a new playable class for Valere and Zale. There's a new playable character called Artie the Artificer that's so cute. There will also be 3-player co-op coming to the original and the DLC. That's super exciting.
That is amazing. Yeah, when I read that, that's like the most exciting part. I've never seen that done in a kind of a turn-based game. I'm sure it has been, but that would be so
In
much fun.
I think, and I know someone's going to correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think in some of the Mana games, like the one on Super Nintendo, not Visions of Mana, that's the new one coming out. What's the Super Nintendo one? Illusions of Mana. I think that's Illusions of Gaia. One of the Mana games, Secret of Mana. That's what it is. Sorry, Secrets of Mana. I believe on Super Nintendo, if you have like the multi hookup, you can do 3-player
Cool. Okay.
thing, but do not quote me on that. But yeah, it's pretty damn unique. So that would be really exciting for you to come up here and for you and me and Max to all three co-op it and play it while Taylor sits
Whatever she wants to do.
whatever she wants to do.
But that's cool. No, I think that'd be fun. Hopefully, it's a not a couch co-op situation. Hopefully, it's also an internet over the internet co-op
Oh
situation.
yeah, we do. We live in the future. I guess you don't have to fly all the way to Seattle to do co-op. We could
No,
just
no, no. I think they might just make it couch co-op only. Who knows? You never
fair.
know how they do this.
It's
Um,
true.
but either way, that one would be exciting. I did like Sea of Stars. I don't. That's one I didn't get all the way through though. But maybe this with additional classes and could make that combat a little bit more with a new flavor there, so it doesn't get stale as much as it. I felt that it kind of did. Maybe that will draw me back in.
It,
But
it was it was fun. I think it suffered from overhype.
it
I
had
mean,
some big hype. Yeah,
it
it
had
was either
huge.
people's like favorite RPG of the year, or yeah, or a lot of people's favorite RPG, and then it just didn't click with me as much.
I mean, it was clear. It was a very fun game. I'm about you. I got probably 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah,
I think it had unfair shoes to fill because it was hyped up so much that if there was like any small flaw in it, people were like, "Oh, this isn't the good game that everyone said it was going to be. It's not Chrono Trigger."
exactly. And I had loved Chained Echoes so much. Everybody was comparing it to Chained Echoes, saying that a lot of people were saying it was better, and so then maybe that was
Totally.
why there's a little bit of a letdown for me. But either way, very
Anyway,
cool that it's a free DLC, I believe, right? That's coming out for it. So very cool.
woo woo, bring us
Um,
home, Sam. Bring us home.
and last little shout out, this one mostly fits would be just they mentioned again, this one had been brought up before, but Metal Slug Tactics. So releasing Q4 of this year, 2024, on most all the systems, Switch, Steam, PS4, 5, Xbox systems, developed by is it Leaker Studio and published by Dotemu.
Dotemu and Liker, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so it'd be turn-based, tactical grid system with the Metal Slug universe. I believe somebody bought them. I think is that right, or bought the rights to the Metal Slug licensing or something like that, and that's why there's been a bunch of new Metal Slug games coming out. I thought I heard that. It
Oh,
kind of makes sense because there are several Metal Slug games and
I have
remakes
no
or something coming
idea.
out.
I've never played this series before.
I haven't either, but I'm down with turn-based tactical stuff. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll jump into it at some point. Anyway, but so that's the direct. Those are the ones that called to us and were most similar, turn-based or RPG wise. So that's what we wanted to chat about today. Otherwise, what are we playing right now? I did jump into Pikmin 4 and I've been having a really fun time with it. I know that's a little different, but
That's
it's
okay.
a little bit more, it's kind of the coziest, as far as on the cozy spectrum goes for me, it's probably the coziest that I will play. And it's been nice to kind of just a palate cleanser there for me before I jump into Parasite Eve is the next one that I will be playing to get us ready
Woo!
for some of our Halloween episode there. DJ, what are you playing?
I am finishing up Parasite Eve. It's not too long of a game. You and I will probably record that episode, believe it or not, probably in like the next couple of weeks, even though we're not going to release it till October. I'm also playing. I just got it last night. Tokyo Xanadu X Plus on the Switch. I had tried this for about 30 minutes a couple years ago on like a Game Pass situation, and something about the translation wasn't jiving with me. And this updated translation has made a world of difference.
That's awesome.
So I may not finish it. I don't know. It's kind of my my thing is not finishing games a lot of the time, but it's pretty fun so far the first 2 hours. So yeah, Parasite Eve and Tokyo Xanadu is what I'm playing right now. Y'all listening to us, thank you so much. You can find us at Turn-Based Besties on Instagram. We're close to 100. We're close. We're gonna get there. We were at like 50 last episode, and I think we're at 80 now. So I will take that as positive growth.
I think the next time I post an amazing meme that I create, that surely will drive us over because
you're such a good memer. You're such a good memer. I'm glad that you do it.
5 people know about can understand.
So esoteric. So you though. You can listen to us wherever you listen to your podcasts. Go to our socials. Let us know what announcements from the Nintendo Direct were most exciting to you. You can also email us questions or comments at turnbasedbesties@gmail.com. We will be back later this week for our scheduled review of Fire Emblem and the Blazing Blade. Big thank you to everybody who's supporting us and following us. Let's see if we can break into those triple digits. I'm going to keep saying it until we get it. I'm going to keep saying it. We're going to get it. And then we're going to get to 500 after that. Then we're going to get 6 seasons and a movie. It'll be great. We love going on these new adventures with each new episode here at Turn-Based Besties.
That's right. So as we say, when everything in the world points right, maybe go left and see what you find. I'm Sam.
And I'm DJ. This has been Turn-Based Besties. Bye!
Bye.